Hey, this is Pat, and today we're going to take a quick moment to talk about Quad Lock. Now, Quad Lock isn't a new product. It's been on the site for quite a few years, and it is still our go-to when it comes to mounting our cell phone up to our handlebars or up to our bike just in general for all the events that we do, as well as just our daily commuting. So I figured I'd take a moment, walk through, for those of you that don't know what Quad Lock is, give a quick brief introduction into it and some of the things that they offer. Now, Quad Lock, I have it here on my cell phone. This is the case itself. It's going to be a 4-prong system that is actually built to lock into place on the handlebar mounting system. So it's a nice quick quarter turn locking mounting system. You can see I have a couple kind of mocked up here on our studio handlebars just to show you the different features that they offer with that specific thing. Now, what it's going to be made out of is going to be a nylon fiberglass main construction that you can see on this center one right here. This is the regular mount here. It's going to be a nylon fiberglass. They also have a pro version that comes in an aluminum base, both in black as well as chrome, as you can see here. And they offer quite a few different styles of mounting to make sure that your bike is nice and secure. Now, one thing I do love about Quad Lock is that they are active in the industry. They're out there sponsoring Johan Zarco, Dean Wilson, the Deegans, Pedro Acosta, as well as Piastri in the Formula One circuit. They're at races, they're sponsoring teams, they have a 450 Supercross team, and I really like, compared to other phone mounts out there on the market, that they're out there doing stuff. They're out there being part of our community and really helping out where it comes to. But I also really like that it is a quick and easy mounting system. Once you get the hang of it and once you know where it is on the back of your phone, like all mounts do, it's nice and secure, and it's going to be able to keep it in place. Now, for the price point, you're looking about $100 to $110 for the bundle, which comes with the mount itself to clamp onto the handlebars, the vibration dampener, as well as a phone case, depending on which model of phone you specifically have. Or you can just build your own bundle if you want to go through and maybe pick a specific aluminum mounting in the Pro version and then pick your own case, or use their universal adapter, which I absolutely love. Their universal adapter can go on any phone and make it a Quad Lock compatible one. And I've ridden through the deserts of Mojave, through Sturgis, everything like that, and thousands of miles off-road without any issues on there. One thing I want to call out, though, when using a Quad Lock system is if you do have an iPhone, I always recommend getting the vibration dampener built in. That comes with a few of the bundles in there, but you can see it's just a platform that allows a little bit of wiggle to the system, and that's because the iPhones used to have that camera issue that would actually destroy one of the retinas with enough vibration. It would damage it. Apple just told every motorcycle rider out there, just, good luck with that. So a lot of these brands started building their own systems in to really protect your camera. Now, I wouldn't, even if I owned a Samsung or a Pixel, I'd still run the vibration dampener just because you never know which new models of phones are going to have those issues. And it doesn't add too much bulk. It adds a nice bracing system with 3 rubber dampeners built into it, as well as the locking system. The locking system is what I really like about Quad Lock, is that in order to physically release it, you have to click down and allow the space for the phone to twist out. So I like that it's a nice secure fitment out there. There are other brands of phone mounts out there that are a little bit less secure. I've taken those for test rides. I find that when I'm riding off-road on the ADV bikes, or even just commuting in, since I can use the same case across the board, I tend to go with Quad Lock. Now, when I'm traveling, I tend to use a brand called Peak Design as my traveling one, just because it has a couple of cool other features, but I do like that Quad Lock has so many different mounting options, whether you're a bicycle, you're in your car, whether you need a desk mount on your actual computer desk, or things like that. You can get different pieces to mount up to it, which is really slick. They do have wireless charging available when it comes to it, so you actually plug it into your bike. You can run it off the bike's power itself, run it up there, and then as soon as you clip in, it'll start charging it if you're going for longer rides or if you're commuting longer distances and need that on there. And I have a couple different mounting options up here. There's a ball mount, there's a brake clutch lever mount system, so it actually replaces the bolts on there. There's a handlebar stem mount as well as a steering stem mount out there on the market. Now, I like the steering stem mount and the triple tree clamp. I think that's a pretty solid one. It just expands inside of the bolt. If you're running, say, an R6 or anything with clip-ons, things like that, you have that option to add it in there. I personally wouldn't add anything to the brake reservoir cap. That's a very vulnerable place for a lot of bikes out there. I know specifically it's one of the easiest bolts to strip on a lot of dirt bikes and ADV bikes out there. I also wouldn't replace the bolts on a clutch or brake. It's just too important to me, especially when the clamping style works just fine. So just keep that in mind. That's my caution. When it comes to it, I think the handlebar clamps from Quad Lock are some of the best on the market and at some of the most affordable pricing when you look at the rest of the options out there. But if you have any questions on quad lock, or if you're trying to figure out which one is right for you, which is compatible with yours, which different bar diameter you need to go with and everything like that, give us a call. We can always help you out with that, or you can click the info button that'll take you over to the product page where you can read other rider reviews and see what other riders are saying about all the new quad lock mounts now available on the site. But I want to thank you for joining me in checking out some of the new quad lock options in their line. I'm Pat, and I'll see you in the next video.